lads, give your heart and soul. Run, lads, shoot, lads, give us all a go. Run, lads, shoot, lads, you can do it, yes. Come on, Newport County, oh. Bang it in the net.
Hello everybody, welcome to Taff's Word. Yes, I know it's been a while and there's been a lot of call for me, but I just haven't had the time or the energy. I've started a new fitness regime and everything like that this year. New year, new me. Whatever, let's see how long it lasts. Anyway, over to the football. Newport County, we're doing rather well of late. We've won 4 on the bounce. Got to be happy with that. Absolutely, we're into the top 3. It seems to be a bit of the reverse of last season where we've had our poor form early and now we're getting into some good form, right at the point where we tend to drop off. Now, over Christmas, we didn't have the greatest of results. Obviously, just before with the 3-0 loss with Rochdale, we had the unfortunate 3-3 draw, as it turned out to be, with Walsall. But we seem to have done all right since then, except the Salford game was a major letdown, really. But amongst all that, it's been positivity because we've pushed on. We've won 4 on the bounce. We've crawled into that top 3 spot. We're making it our own. And now we face a major test now on the weekend against Leeds Forest Green. And I really fancy us. 1,200 tickets sold. Sell out for the away allocation. Absolutely excellent from the Newport County fans. Well done to you all. Can't wait to join you up there. So it is literally a matter of, can we see it through this time? So last season we were running away with it and it dipped off. You can understand why, but the recruitment in January let us down. Or was it that the recruitment in January let us down, or the utilisation of the recruitment in January let us down? Because 2 players in particular have turned out to be bloody diamonds. I mean, obviously Aaron Lewis, he's still playing for us now. Probably should play more often than he does. And, of course, you've got Dom Telford, who, you think about him and what he's doing now, if he was given that same chance for the back end of last season, would we have got promoted? Ifs and buts, hindsight and all that bullshit, but here we are now. 1 year on, January transfer window's just ended. The business that we've done looks solid. So going from the recent to the first, Rob Street looks a promising signing. We've got our first glimpse of him at the... what the hell's wrong with me? The Barrow game, of course, the Barrow game. Losing my mind, I swear to God. So we got our first glimpse of him at the Barrow game. Looked sharp and quick on his feet. Didn't get much of an opportunity to see him on the ball. There wasn't a lot of time left. But he's got a promising record in the Premier League too. And he's highly thought of at Crystal Palace. And one important thing is he's a first team of Crystal Palace on my FIFA save, which means something, I think, maybe. But anyway, yeah, there's promise amongst this striker. He's going to be seen as a bit of a backup to Telford and Baker Richardson. And both of them are still doing phenomenally for us. Baker Richardson gets a lot of flack for some reason, but has already scored more than anybody else did for us last season. Yeah, you work that one out as well. Some of the things you still see on the internet that our own fans say about our players is just utterly baffling. You just don't understand what the hell people are on about. But anyway, it's all positive though, really, isn't it, at the moment? Going backwards then, James Waite, we haven't seen a lot of him, but I'm certain that we're going to see a lot more of him in the coming weeks. He will be utilised, and from what I saw of him in the Harrogate game, he looks a tidy player. A lot of energy again, and believe it or not, in this division, that carries you a long way. A bit of physical fitness, willing to use that bit of energy, it'll carry you a long way. Obviously, you've got our footballing ability, but he wouldn't have been brought to the football club if he didn't have that. So, looking forward to seeing more from him. And Josh Pask. Isn't it funny? He comes into the team, and we keep 3 clean sheets in a row while he's in the team. And then the moment he's out, that clean sheet streak drops. That speaks volumes in statistics, really, doesn't it? I mean, a clean sheet was hard to come by for us on the back of him. Well, up to the point that he signed, and then now he was out with injury, and we actually conceded a goal. I mean, it was a freak shit goal, mind you. It's the kind of goal that we wouldn't usually concede, but at least it didn't cost us in the end. You know, we saw that through. We didn't play at our very best, but that's the thing. We're grinding results as well as winning them well. Harrogate, we won well. Scunthorpe, we won well, I thought. We missed a penalty. I know they missed a penalty too, but oh my God, we should have been 4-5-0 up by half-time anyway. You know, we should have been 8 of sight. That should have been a walk in the park for that second half, but it wasn't backs against the wall. We were still the better team, you know, but we came through with the result where we would usually have just drawn or even got pipped to that in previous seasons. And then, of course, the Barrow game, like I said, well, before that, obviously, we had the Leyton Orient game, which was a grinder of a result. Harrogate was good. Scunthorpe was good. Orient, a grinder. Barrow, a mixture of good and a grinder. First half, we absolutely pummeled them. Second half, we invited the pressure a bit too much. But that's the thing, we still got the result, and that's ultimately what matters at the end of the day. Seems as though there's more dimensions to this team that we're seeing every week. You know, things like, you know, being better in defence, you know, bossing things a little bit more in midfield, you know, finding out attackers in the right positions, you know, attackers being in the right positions, you know, having a fight, you know, in the middle of the park, you know, that mixture, that, you know, where we can play a bit more of an open game, we can overwhelm people with our attacking play. When we have to fight, we've got the fighters in there, we've got leaders in that team as well. It's great. It's absolutely great. And the manager himself, I mean, I was probably Michael Flynn's biggest fan while he was at the club, and I always will be, you know, a big fan of Flynn, and especially everything that he did. He didn't just save the club, but he eventually ended up changing the culture of the club on and off the field. So hats off to Flynn. He set things well up for Rowbury to come in. Rowbury's come in now, and you feel with Rowbury there's a bit more of an elegance and a pedigree about him. You know, when it comes to footballing knowledge. Now, he didn't play the game, but he studied the game. So he knows how to engineer a football match. He knows how to pick the bits out of a football match. Flynn, I feel as though he may have been too much of a mate to the players. Look, I don't want to criticise Flynn. You know, I'm trying to compare the two and showing why I've got a feeling that Rowbury is going to drive us over the line. Rowbury is being tipped as a potential, you know, top flight manager one day, you know, and this could be the start of his managerial career, but he could do us an awful lot of good, you know, in taking us there, in taking us places on his way. That's what I was trying to say, sorry. Yeah, so what do you guys think? I mean, when I have been putting these videos out, I haven't been getting an awful lot of comments, you know. I'd like to get your thoughts. I'd like for you to give me things to actually generate material about, you know. So I'll do more videos if you guys give me the subject matter to talk about. So what you want to see me talk about, basically. And you probably know this is towards the end of the video now. And for those of you who have made it this far, hello, thank you. This is your opportunity to put forward to me what you want me to talk about. It doesn't necessarily have to be Newport County. It could be about the world of football in general. So feel free, drop some comments in. Comment on what I've just said, disagree or agree or whatever. You know, just put something in and give me something to respond to. And maybe you might see a few more videos come out. You never know. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, it's a pleasure to bring content to you guys. I will try and do it a little bit more often. Trust me, I will. Especially if you give me the subject matter, as I said. All right. Thanks. Cheerio for now. And as always, up the county.
Ole, ole!